Okay, so this time we focus on plant layout or layout system. No? So the layout design no, is refers to the arrangement of physical spaces, no, equipment and resources within a facility to optimize the flow of operation. So whether it's a manufacturing plant, no, a retail store, or service center, effective layout design ensures smooth operations, no, improve efficiency and enhances customer experience. So a well-designed layout can reduce waste, no, minimize bottlenecks and create a seamless environment for both employees and customers. So the core of layout design lies in organizing the space in a way that maximizes productivity. No? Factors such as the type of process, no? Available space, equipment, and personnel are important in shaping the design. So in service industries, no, customer flow and comfort may take priority. No? Whereas in manufacturing, the proximity of machinery and materials might be more important. Regardless of the industry, a well thought out layout can enhance operational efficiency and employee satisfaction. Ano po? So, to give us more details about the topic, let us all welcome our presenter.
Yes, yes. Good morning again, Doc Marmelo and classmates. So, yun nga, after the operators or operations consider the location and suppliers, so dito naman tayo sa plant design and layout. So first, let's define the plant layout. So plant layout refers to the physical arrangement of production facilities. It is the configuration of departments, work centers, and equipment in the conversion process. It is a floor plan of the physical facilities which are used in production. So yun nga, so plant layout nga, it's an arrangement of facilities including personnel, operating equipment, so yung mga storage spaces, properly placed and organized within the selected site or specific location. So yun nga, if the company will build an office, a setup, so they also need to consider the plant layout or to the design to ensure that the available spaces is utilized to the maximum capacity. So, if you're working in a corporate, like yung mga cubicle size, yung mga equipment, kung saan ba naka-place yung printer, especially the cabinets, yung mga files. So, ganun din sa supermarket. So, how they place the product from the shelves, yung stocks, waiting area, yung stall, etc., etc. So, ganun din sa factory. So, how they place the machineries, the production of goods, kung yung spaces ba is actually fit sa equipment or yung production. Yan, ganun siya nag-work. So, doon iikot yung discussion ng plant layout. So, what are those objectives of plant layout? So, first is streamline the flow of materials through the plant and facilitate the manufacturing process. So, how the process or the product manufactured inside the plant layout. Three, maintain the high volume turnover of in-process inventory. So, paano ba nag-work to? Especially sa mga factory, yung process nila ng inventory, yung ship in, ship out na tinatawag. And four, minimize materials handling and costs. Yun nga, yung mga expenses, yung handling ng how they minimize the expenses or the cost of the materials. And five, effective utilization of men, equipment, and space. Yun nga, since the objectives of plant layout is consider also the utilization of the personnel, equipment, and the spaces to the maximum capacity. Six
Jorel,
is make
excuse me.
effective.
Jorel,
Ah,
hindi yata gumagalaw ang slides. Sorry kung ako lang yata
ay,
or
objectives
nasa
pa lang
first
po.
slide pa lang siya.
Nasa
Sa
plant
akin,
layout. Ah,
Yes,
saan na
hindi.
po yung nakikita niyo, ma'am? Objectives pa lang, no?
nasa first slide
Okay.
pa lang.
Plant layout pa rin po ba?
Thank you.
Okay. Sorry,
Ayan,
sorry.
okay, plant layout.
Ito po, objectives. Nakikita niyo na, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Jorel. Nakikita na.
Objectives pa, okay. So, number 6 is make effective utilization of cubic spaces. Yun nga, especially sa mga offices, corporate. So, how they sizing or how they build this specific cubic space, nakaparehas ba ng kabila or same size lang ba? 7, flexibility of manufacturing operations and arrangement. So, yun nga, arrangement ng product of goods. 8, provide for employee convenience, safety, and comfort. Number 9 is minimize investment in equipment. 10, minimize overall production time. So since plant layout is the process, how the operations minimize the overall production. And lastly is facilitate the organizational structure. Yan po. Uh, Third slide is ito na nga, yung principles of plant layout. So number 1 is a principle of integration. So a good layout daw is one that integrates men, materials, machine, and supporting services and others to get optimum utilization of resources and maximum effectiveness. So meaning integration nga, yun, pagsasama-sama ng employees or worker, materials, machineries, and all of the supporting services ng operations and to utilize the plant layout or the process nga. So, yun nga, pag pinagsama-sama ba nila yung from the personnel, machineries into one process, what is the result or the result ba is the effectiveness ng process? If na-perform ba ng maayos? And number 2 is principle of minimum distance. This principle is concerned with the minimum travel or movement of man and materials. The facility should be arranged such that the total distance traveled by the man and material should be minimum as far as possible. Straight line movement should be preferred. So, yun. Ito naman is how, number 2 is how much or the distance it take to complete the process. So from step 1 to step 5 ba until the end of the process is nasa isang area lang or meron pa bang ibang process na aakyat ka sa taas, may mga usually 'di ba pag mga documents sa mga government minsan may mga ganong process. So ito ganun din in terms of factory, nasa isang layout lang ba sila, isang facilities, isang floor lang ba? Complete the specific process or product. Number 3 is principle of cubic space utilization. Yeah, so the good layout now is one that utilize both a horizontal and a vertical space. It is not only enough if only the floor space is utilized optimally, but the third dimension, yun nga, yung the height is also be utilized effectively. Yun nga, again sa mga corporate setup, 'di ba usually magkakaparehas lang yung dimension, yung sizes ng mga cubicle natin unless yung supervisor mo usually kasi sa BPO setup if you're familiar before nung nag-work ako sa BPO, ah, isang line 'yan or isang bay 'yan na pare-parehas yung cubic size and sa dulo nandun yung team leader or the supervisor medyo mataas yung, ah, dimension or yung space ng cubicle niya. So, yun siguro, dinesign yun to consider or to monitor the team or the staff. Yan, yung mga ganon. So, number 4 is principle of flow. Saan ba tayo? Yan. So, a good layout is one that makes the materials to move in forward direction towards the completion stage. So, for example, there should be not uh, there should there should not be in any backtracking. So, ito naman, so the materials daw should be moved forward in terms of completion. So, para sa beginning and ending of the process, andun na yung final product and output. So paglabas, andun na agad. So the flow is like a straight line lang. So yun nga katulad ng paggawa ng delata, 'di ba? They have the process na sinusunod until the completion of the final product. Okay? Number 5 is a principle of maximum flexibility. So the good layout is one that can be altered without much cost and time. Future requirements should be taken into an account while designing the present layout. So yun nga. So ito, if you build a new layout or if you build a new design sa brand mo, how they affect the entire production. So, kung gumagamit kayo ng isang machine to produce the specific product, nandun na lahat, pati yung design, paglabas, katulad ng delata, nandun na, finished product na. So, ito, kay maximum flexibility naman, ang sinasabi niya dito is if your upgrade the machineries ba, or kung mag-a-upgrade ka ba ng machineries, or kung papalitan mo ito, it should be consider ba yung mako-compromise ba yung entire production or the existing production. So ito yung iniiwasan nila na kapag nagre-design ka, nag-remodel ka ng specific layout, ito na yung it should not be affect, or it not sana hindi magkaroon ng much cost ng time, na expenses. Yun. Number 6, principle of safety, security, and satisfaction. So a good layout is one that gives new consideration to worker safety and satisfaction, and safeguards the plant and machinery against fire, theft, etc. So yun nga. So if you are familiar sa mga fire drill, mga earthquake drill, 'di ba, mga ganyan sa building, I think once a year may mga ganyan silang sinusunod. So yan, yun nga, to protect also the personnel and also the security of one another, kung paano ba, saan ba yung fire exit, saan ba lalabas, maging familiar lang yung employee, and also with the machineries. So kaya may mga insurances sila dyan So just in case anything happen, they have insurance to cover.
Excuse me, Joel.
7 is, hello?
Excuse me. Hindi na naman gumagalaw yung slides. Na-stuck tayo sa objectives.
Ba talaga, ma'am? Sorry. Ba't ganun?
Thank you.
I-click mo na lang lagi sa left side yung ano, doon mo na i-click sa
Ito,
left. Di dyan. Doon sa,
ito po, Doc, na
wala.
gumagalaw po ba?
Nandiyan sa print. Yan, yan ka na mag-click. Yan, ganyan. Oo.
Okay
Ayan.
na po. Ito.
Okay.
Ayan.
Principal layout
Ay,
na.
sorry. Nasa number 7 ako, hindi ko alam. Yan. Number 7, principle of minimum handling. A good layout is one that reduces the material handling to the minimum. Ito naman, number 7, minimum handling in terms of movement and number of production. So, yung hindi na kailangan magdagdag pa ng manpower to produce more, because the layout design is there kasi nakukompute na nila kung ilan yung mapoproduce to the specific time, date. So, yung inventory, alam na nila kung ilan in the specific time and day. Yun. Ayan po, gumalaw po, ma'am. Next slide na po.
Akin
Classification
na,
of layout.
akin na, thank you.
Okay. Okay po. Yun. Dito naman tayo sa classification of layout na. So, number 1, the first classification of layout is the process layout. The process layout daw is a recommended for batch production. All machines performing in similar type of operations are grouped at one location in the process layout. So, yun nga. As you can see dito sa graph or sa diagram nito ng process layout. So, si process layout daw, lahat ng nasa isang specific location yung lahat ng process until the finished product. So, for example, again, balik tayo kay Dilata. So, isang machinery, pag pinasok kunwari yung isda, mapaprocess to, step 1 until the end of the product. Paglabas, andun na si finished product, ready for shipment na. So, ganun daw nag-work si process layout. So, nasa isang specific location lang siya. So, let's say, design, hindi ka na pupunta sa ibang facilities or ibang floor. Nasa isang location lang sila pag-process layout. Yun. Uh, Ito, what are those advantage advantages and limitations daw ng process layout. Number one, in process layout, machines are better utilized and fewer machines are required. So, yun nga, machines are useful and it should be maximized. So, hindi na need ng another machine kasi nandun lang siya sa isang machine, finished product na after. Wala nang kailangan pang additional machine to produce the specific product. Number two, flexibility of equipment and personnel is possible in process layout. Yun nga, so si personnel or employee, pwede, since this is a process layout, nasa isang lugar lang sila, so si personnel or si employee, pwede siya sa, let's say, first step or at pwede siya sa second, third, or fourth. Since may machine na gumagana, they also there to monitor the entire process of the production. So, kung si employee, so si employee, ang advantages niya is he or she knows the entire process of process layout because andun siya from step 1 until the last process. So, kung absent yung isa, pwede niya i-cover yun because they're there to monitor the production of machineries. Yun. Number three, lower investment on account of comparatively a smaller number of machines and lower costs of general purpose machines. So, yun nga, hindi naman na need na palitan yung machine as long as it's working efficiently and properly. So, nandun na yung it should be maintained, but it should not be changed a yearly or siguro after may lifespan siguro yung machine. So, i-maintain lang but hindi na kailangan palitan yung entire machine. So, number four, higher utilization of production facilities. So, yun nga, in one specific area, andun na yung process from beginning to end. So, the specific location of the plant layout is actually maximized. Okay? Number five, uh, the high degree of flexibility with regards to work distribution to machineries and workers. Yun nga, so employees can multitask. Balik tayo sa kanina na they can monitor the process. So employees can also multitask since nasa isang area lang sila. So maybe pwede yung isa sa processing, pwede sa packaging, pwede sa shipment, and until also they also there to have the quality assurance of the product or the QA. Take the diversity of tasks and variety of jobs make the job challenging and interesting. So yun nga, of course, as an employee, challenge ka because you need to do a different task in one facility or location. So you're not limiting yourself in one specific job description or specific task, but you are there to involve uh, nandun ka sa whole process until the finished product. Okay? So number seven, supervisors will become highly knowledgeable about the functions under their department. So yun nga, as a supervisor, you should know the process of the entire operations. Kaya usually sa production, ang hinahire nila is yung galing din sa loob or alam yung entire process. So pwedeng yung staff dati naging na-promote as a supervisor. So internally, most likely pag operations internally they hire uh, the they promote the staff na alam yung process. Yun. So ano naman yung limitations ni process layout? So limitations number one, backtracking in long movements may occur in the handling of materials, thus reducing materials handling efficiency. So yun nga, dahil nasa isang specific area or location lang si process layout, uh, yung yung operations ng machinery, they also need to consider yun nga, yung mga greenhouse gases, emissions that contribute to the global climate change, yung mga ganong factors. So yung mga prevent pollutions by reducing the need of raw materials na ginagamit nila, and also saving the energy. Number two, material handling cannot be mechanized, which adds to cost. So let's say there is a problem to machines or increase ng raw materials na ginagamit sa production. So it's also add the cost to the flow of operation. Okay. Number three, process time is prolonged, which reduces the inventory turnover and increases the in-process inventory. So here, ito naman pwede sometimes it should pwedeng ma-prolong yung process or the production, or pwede ring matatabunan yung inventory. It really depends to the number of production na pinoproduce. Number four, lowered productivity due to the number of setups. So sometimes maybe there's so many stages ng operations bago mag-start yung setups or actual process. But again, it really depends on the pa rin sa what kind of machineries they are using, or also the employee that operates the machines. Number five, throughput time gap between in and out in the process. Time is longer. Nga, maybe depende pa din sa diskarte ng personnel or employees na assign sa task on how they limit yung production nila. Yan. Next. Okay. Yun. Product layout naman po. Number 2 na tayo sa classification. So product layout, machines and auxiliary services are located according to the processing sequence of the product. If the volume of the production of one or more products is large, the facilities can be arranged to achieve the efficient flow of materials and lower cost per unit. Special purpose machines are used which perform required function quickly and reliably. Ito naman, kay product layout naman, when the volume of the production is high, a separate production line to manufacture it, yun nga, yung machines are not shared by different products. So, ito kay product layout, they have the specific machines for this specific product. Ganun siya nag-work. So, kung itong kay machine, sardinas lang siya, kay sardinas lang siya. Itong second machine, kay corned beef lang siya. So, ganun. They have the specific task to do in terms of product layout. So, from itong diagram, from turning operations until the package dispatch, ganun siya nag-work. So, what are the advantages and limitation of the product layout? So, number one daw is the flow of product will be smooth and logical in flow lines. So, ito, specific product have a smooth flow of process. Kasi, yun nga, nakapokus lang siya sa isang product eh. So, smooth lang yung process niya kasi hindi mo na kailangang mag-jump pa sa kabilang machine to finish the specific product. Number two, in-process inventory is less. Yun, tama kasi for that specific machineries of the product layout, they already estimated how many product can produce per minute or hour. So they just need to pack and preparing for shipment kasi na-compute na nila ilan yung lalabas per day or per hour. So three, throughput time is less. Yan, tama nga kasi the inventory is already established by the machines. So, less effort sa kanila if you are working in the specific product layout. Number four, simplified production planning and control systems are possible. So because of the production and operations of the company already have the control system to simplify their work. So hindi na kailangan ng masyadong effort. Number five, less space is occupied by work transit and for temporary storage. So here, the operations already have the inventory process kung ilan yung mapoproduce per day sa isang araw. So, na-estimate na nila or na-establish na nila yon yung in and out of the delivery. So, no need to stay sa storage nila ng matagal since they already have the numbers. 6, perfect line balancing while eliminates bottlenecks and idle capacity. So ito, product layout can balance the production and control the number of products to produce since they already have the machines to do that. So yun na nga, since machines are working to their product, so yun. So they already balance the number of products nga. 7, manufacturing cycle is short due to uninterrupted flow of materials. So yun nga, yung nakikita natin sa factory, 'di ba, tuloy-tuloy lang yung flow ng process ng or pag-produce ng specific product. So unless yung personnel magbe-break or stop operations, so hindi rin siya gagalaw. Yun, number 8, small amount of work in process inventory. So ganun lang din. So hindi na kailangan ng effort sa inventory since they already established the number of product. Number 9, unskilled workers can learn and manage the production. Yun, kasi since machine na nga yung nagpa-process and nagpo-produce of the product, the product or output. So si workers, yun na lang, workers are there to control the machine. And madali na lang siguro mag-train nun if you're operating something. Yun, matututunan naman yun since pipindot lang or monitor na lang yung gagawin nila. Next is the limitations. Yun nga, product layout, a breakdown of one machine in a product line may cause a stop page of machines in the downstream of the line. So yun nga, yung limitations naman ng product layout, pag nasira ang machine, the production will interrupt. Okay, yung process nila mag-stop until maayos yung machine. So kapag walang machine, pilay naman yung production. 2, a change in product design may require major alterations in the layout. So kapag may binago ka nga, let's say yung design or yung nag-upgrade ka ng color or there is something to redesign, let's say the font, the color, it's a major changes sa machinery rin. So yun nga. So bibili ka ba ng bago or you're gonna upgrade the existing one? Kaya ba ng existing one na yung proposed new layout nyo is magagawa ba niya na existing machine or you need to buy a new machines for that. Number 3, the line output is decided by the bottleneck machine. Yun nga, kasi the limitations of the product layout really depends on how the machines works. So, kumbaga kapag nasira siya, stop yung operation, hindi muna mag-work yung operations. 4, comparatively high investment in equipment is required. So, hindi naman mura yung mga machines na paggawa ng mga dilata na yan eh. So, it's not affordable to buy a specific machine na dedicated sa specific production or let's say specific dilata lang. So, it takes also studies, ideas, and brainstorming and cost ng machine, kung magkano siya, and maghahanap ka pa ng supplier to produce that your company or operations. Fact, here, number 5 is a lack of flexibility. A change in product may require the facility modification. So ito naman para siyang related din sa number 2. So but major changes in terms of facility. So sometimes if you change the product or add a different machines, it costs yun nga mag-add ka ng design, layout. So it costs a different machines again and it considers the amount and sizes of the machine. So, dun ka pa rin ba sa isang specific location kapag bumili ka ng machine? Mas malaki ba 'to in terms of sizing or kailangan mo pa ng additional, facilities? Next po, 'yan, ito last, combination layout. So, combination layout naman is a combination of process and product layout, combines the advantage of both types of layouts. A combination layout is possible where an item is being made in different types and sizes. Machinery is arranged in a process layout, but the process grouping is then arranged in a sequence to manufacture various types and sizes of products. So ito naman, kay combination layout naman is uh, parang nasa process layout lang siya na naandun na lahat in one specific location. But here, the combination layout naman, the difference is may another machinery pa ulit na pagdadaanan. Depende sa siguro sizing or ito nga, for example, itong corned beef, it has a different sizing. So, for sure, hindi siya sa isang machine lang gagawin. So, di ba, meron siyang 150 grams, 175, etc., 260 grams, na mga ganyan. So, hindi siya basta-basta sa isang machine lang. So, they have different types of machine to produce specific grams of Argentina. So, ganun. Ganun siya nag-work. Combination layout. So, next, the fourth one classification is fixed position layout. So in this type of layout, the material or major components remain in a fixed location in tools. Machinery, men, and other materials are brought to this location or one location. This type of layout is suitable when one or few pieces of identical heavy products are to be manufactured, and when the assembly consists of large number of heavy parts, the cost of transportation of these parts is very heavy. Yun nga, for example, itong gawa ka ng barko. So, for this position layout naman, is there is one specific location lang. So, doon na dadalhin lahat ng raw materials na bubuuhin sa pagbuo kunwari ng barko. So, yan. So, yun nga, dadalhin na lang doon in one specific area. So, doon na siya mabubuo. Kasi it heavy, di mo naman masiship yung mga ganito kalaki. So, naka-ready na siya in one specific location. So, yun nga. So, what are the advantages of ito? Peak position layout. So, ano ba yung advantage niya? Helps in job enlargement and upgrades the skills of the operators. So, yun nga. So, it creates different types of job from planning, inventory, up to the design of the actual ship or itong barko. And all of the skills and the operators must be upgraded. So, yun nga, nagsama-sama yung different type of skills from planning, personnel, nasa isang location sila to build the specific ship. Okay? Two, the workers identify themselves with a product in which they take interest and pride in doing the job. So yun nga, it creates job and skills to build the ship, and the different skills and set of professionals will be work together. Yeah. Number three, greater flexibility with this type of layout. So greater flexibility means uh, yun nga, ability to change easily according to the situation. So pag may bagyo, most likely hindi ka na makakapagtrabaho, makakapaggawa agad niyan. So it also affecting the location, yun nga, and also the flexibility of the worker. Hindi yan 8 to 5 or ganun. So kung may target date sila na kailangan nilang tapusin to, maybe they can work within extended, yung mga ganun. So they have timeline or target date of completion. So maybe the worker should be yan nga, beyond 8 hours or maybe 24/7 until they completed the agreement date. Or layout capital investment is lower. Ito, in terms of investment, siguro yan. If you're an investor, to this type of operations or layout, maybe yun nga, lower yung capital but higher return once it was launched to the market. So siguro pag yun nga, nag-invest ka sa barko, mababa, hindi ganun kalaki yung capital, but siguro malaki yung return after the completion. Okay. Yun. So last is itong group layout or cellular layout. So group technology is the analysis and comparisons of items to group them into families with similar characteristic. So group layout DAO can be used to develop a hybrid between pure process layout and pure flow line product layout. This technique is very useful for companies that produce variety of parts in small batches to enable them to take advantage and economics of flow line layout. So this application of group technology involves two basic steps. The first step is to determine the component, families, or groups. Second is applying group technology to arrange the plant's equipment used to process a particular family of components. So itong group layout, to explain it shortly, para siyang payu process. So ito si input, ito yung first process na ilalagay mo, let's say printing or meron kayong business about printing. Ito yung first line input. Second, third, itong sa machines. So, fourth ito. So, ito si employee, pa U-shape process lang yung gagawin niyang task. Okay, so let's say may mali, let's say may alteration. So, ang gagawin lang niya, let's say na-produce na yung output at may alteration na gagawin, babalik lang siya. So, sang step may mali. Doon niya lang i-alter, doon niya lang i-correct, yung mga ganun. So, ganun siya, U-process siyang tinatawag sa cellular layout. So, yan po yung classification ng group layout. So, dito naman tayo sa design of product layout. Adapting a product layout makes sense when the batch of a given product or part is large relative to the number of different products or parts produced. So, papasok si assembly line. Si assembly lines are a special case of product layout. In general sense, the term assembly lines refer to progressive assembly link by some material handling device. The usual assumption is that some form of pacing is present and the allowable processing line is equivalent for all workstations. So parang ito yung example niya, assembly lines. So kino-compute niya yung let's say 1 piece per minute. Let's say yung specific product, ilang minutes siya kay first operator. Second, let's say ito nga 3 minutes kay first operation. Second operation is 1 minute. So third operation is 2 minutes. So ito total siya ng 6 minutes per transition. So parang ganun kay assembly lines. So yung line balancing niya tinatawag. Assembly line balancing often has implications for layout. This would occur when the for balance purposes, workstation size, or the number used would have to be physically modified. So, yung katulad niyan, yung time, yung skills, ito na lang yung example for line balancing example. Yung mga cars, yung pagbuo ng kotse. So, how long you can build a specific cars, ano ba yung materials na gagamitin, anong skills yung dapat meron sa staff or workers to create this particular product line or cars. Paano mo ba ito i-assemble from raw materials until the completion of the cars. So, ganun lang siya. Parang it's an extra added sa classification ng plant layout. Ayun. Yun lang po. Thank you.
Okay. So again, as our presenter mentioned, no, layout planning is also important because it involves designing the physical layout of workspace to optimize operational flow and meet organizational goals. So it starts with understanding the needs of the business, no, identifying key functions, and ensuring that the spatial arrangement aligns with those needs. No, during the planning process, no, it is essential to assess available space, no, employee workflow, and potential growth requirements. Tools like process flowcharts, no, space requirements analysis, and simulation can be used, no, to guide the planning process. Because this ensures that the layout not only works in theory but also in practice. Because again, the planning phase is important because a poorly designed layout can result in inefficiencies such as long travel times, no, congestion, and poor utilization of space, all of which can hinder productivity. No? So the layout types, no, we have several layout types, no, cater to different industries and operational needs. No? Nandiyan yung process layout, no? It must design, no, for facilities that handle a variety of tasks typically used in custom order industries. Workstation are arranged based on similar functions or tasks, allowing for flexibility. So the product layout, no, used in production lines where tasks follow a sequential order. And this type maximizes efficiency and is ideal for mass productions with the standardized tasks. Another is the fixed position layout. No, this layout is applied, no, when the products remains stationary and workers or machinery moves around it, such as in shipbuilding or large construction projects. Another is the hybrid layout. No, hybrid layout naman po is a combination of different layouts, no, used when companies requires a mix of flexibility and efficiency. And this type popular in industries that have both customer order and standardized products. So, pwede niyo akong tanungin, Doc, paano yun? So, the choice of layout, no, depends on the nature of the product or service being offered, and it can significantly affect operational efficiency. How about the design, no? Design of products and processes? The design or products and process is closely linked, no, to layout design. A well-structured product design simplifies the layout process, no, as it is determine how the production or service delivery will take place, no. And this design phase includes material selection, process steps, and quality standards. So every steps in the design must be optimized, no, to ensure that it fits, no, seamlessly into the broader workflow. So process design involves mapping out the steps, no, required to produce a product or deliver a service. So the goal is to ensure that each step is efficient, cost-effective, and aligned with company's overall objectives. So both products and process design must be reviewed periodically to ensure they continue to meet operational and customer needs. The layout design for services, no, service-based layout differs from manufacturing layouts in the primary focus is on customer interface or interaction and experience. No? So factors such as ease of movement, no, comfort, and service efficiency become important in designing layouts for service industries like restaurants, no, lalo na hospitals, at saka mga retail stores. So the layout should allow for smooth flow of customers and staff, minimizing wait times and ensuring that services are delivered quickly and efficiently. So additionally, service layouts na must take into account areas of customer engagement and interaction. Let's say, for example, katulad ng mga 7-Eleven, yung mga retailing selling. No? The arrangement of products can encourage customers to explore and make additional purchases while in the facility. No? So the focus might be on privacy, accessibility, and let's say kung hospital naman yan, no, pwedeng yung flow ng patients. No? For the job design, no, job design is the process of determining the specific task and responsibility of individual roles within the layout. Effective job design, no, ensure that employees are assigned tasks that match their skills, no, and abilities while optimizing productivity. By clearly defining tasks, the organizations can reduce confusion, improve workflows, and of course, enhance employee satisfaction. because one key aspect of job design is balancing employee workloads to prevent burnout, no? While ensuring that work is completed efficiently. So this may involve dividing complex tasks, no, into smaller, syempre manageable units, or combining tasks to make jobs more fulfilling. The goal is to create jobs that not only meet operational needs but also support employee well-being. And lastly, the work measurement. No, work measurement involves determining how much time is required to complete a specific task, which is essential for designing efficient layouts and job roles. So, in analyzing the time taken to perform various operations, organization or company can identify inefficiencies, no, and bottlenecks in the workflow. So this information is vital for improving processes, no, allocating resources, and at the same time, setting performance standards. So techniques like time studies and work sampling are often used to measure work. Time studies, in a sense that it involved observing and recording the time taken to complete a task, while work sampling provides a statistical analysis the time taken to complete a task, or the statistical analysis of how actually an employees, no, spend their time over a period. So this data can inform decision related not to staffing, equipment use, and overall operational improvements. So I think that's it for this